All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video as Richard Sherman says the Niners didn't defend Justin Jefferson the way they should have. And, of course, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out. They're in Emeryville. They're in Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week in both spots from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Go say hi to Damon. Go say hi to Mary. Get some brisket. Tell them that Krug sent you. And this video is also sponsored by Better, the official daily fantasy sponsor of the Krug Show. Use Better to make daily fantasy lineups and win real money. I did it in the preseason. I won $90 off a $10 four-player prop. Download the app below and make sure you use the promo code Niners, Niners, to get your first deposit matched up to $200. All right, Richard Sherman had strong comments about Justin Jefferson and how the 49ers defended Jefferson. We're going to play for you his comments, and then we'll react to it. The former Niner wearing on the Richard Sherman podcast, wearing a Niner hat. I think it's kind of cool, by the way, that Sherm kind of sees himself more as a Niner than a Seahawk. But here he is talking about the 97-yard Sam Darnold to Justin Jefferson bomb.
They allowed him to throw a 97-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. Unacceptable, no matter what part of the game you're in, no matter what situation, no matter if it's backed up, whatever the situation is. You got two safeties guarding Justin Jefferson. He split the defense. You should never put those guys in that situation. He should be doubled at all times. He's the best player on their football team. He's not a guy that you should let loose or not have an eye on or say, oh, they're going to run the ball. Let them run the ball. Let them run the ball in that situation. Too deep. We stopped Justin Jefferson. They ran a play like that in week one, had some success. It was a post corner to Justin Jefferson, had some success. This week it was a corner post. And he was able to get behind the defense. Sam Darnold threw a beautiful football for the 97-yard touchdown. They allowed him.
So there you go. You know, Sherm talking a little bit about the biggest play from the game on Sunday, and that was the Niners allowing Sam Darnold to throw a 97-yard pass play to Justin Jefferson. First of all, there was no pass rush. You know, here's a guy in his own end zone who's, you know, I guess I said that Sam's not mobile. He is pretty mobile. He showed it in this game. But he's dropping into his own end zone. Do you get any rush on him at all? No. No rush. Nick Bosa had a decent day rushing. Yatir Gross-Matos, where was he? Leonard Floyd, where was he? Robert Beal, where was he? Outside of Bosa, the rest of the Niner defensive ends had a horrible, horrible day. And they put no pressure. Whether it was Collins and Hargrave, who seemed to have a favorable matchup in the inside, or if it was the Niners outside with Bosa and Floyd. Floyd didn't even make the box score. And so Darnold gets no pressure, drops into his end zone, and uncorks just a monster bomb down the field. Now, Darnold's got a huge arm, and he showed it here. And he got that ball way out in front of the coverage. Jefferson was 3 or 4 steps in the clear. But what kind of defense are you playing when you have Mooney Ward? And if you looked at the numbers, when Mooney covered Jefferson, he did a nice job. When Lenore went against Jefferson, he did a nice job. But somehow on this play, 2nd and 10 from the 2 in the early second quarter, somehow the 49ers wind up with George Odom, who's a special teamer, and Jair Brown at safety. And you got 2 safeties on Justin Jefferson, and he just ran right by him. I mean, he could have run another 100 yards. They weren't going to catch him. It was awful to watch. I mean, Odom, I'll give Odom credit for hustling. The guy probably ran about 250 yards. He ran all the way to the left, all the way to the right. I mean, it was crazy watching them try to corral Justin Jefferson as he reverse field and cut across the middle of the field. But for Jair Brown, I mean, Jair Brown has got to get real with himself about his skill set in the NFL. If you want to talk about a hitter, the guy can hit. He can hit. He can hit like a linebacker. If you want to talk about a ball popped into the air, he's going to go catch it. He's got ball skills like the best defensive backs that have ever played. The guy had 10 interceptions, I think, each of the last 2 or 3 years in Happy Valley. So if the ball gets tipped and it's in the air, Jair Brown's got a great nose for it. And if there is a running back who's, filling the lane, this guy will hit the alley and smoke that running back and blow him up like a linebacker, like a 250-pound linebacker. That's what he's good at. Okay. He's good at intercepting the ball. He's good at defending the run. What he's not good at is defending the field against the pass. He's just an ordinary pass defender. So don't be aggressive. Don't take aggressive angles. Give yourself lots of room. Don't let receivers get behind you, especially not if you got a quarterback who can throw the ball over your head. And Sam Darnold fits that description. So, I mean, what we're looking at with Jair Brown is a player who's got a lot of talent, who's definitely, he's got a lot of talent, he's got a lot of ability. And as I said, if you're looking for somebody to step up in the box and smoke the running back and send a message, hey, it ain't going to be easy sledding for you today, Jair's your guy. If you're looking for somebody to pick the ball out of the air after it gets tipped, Jair's your guy. But if you need a safety who can cover wide receivers 30, 40 yards down the field, that's not his game. And the fact that Minnesota and, their head coach and their offensive coordinator were able to get Jefferson ISO'd on George Odom and Jair Brown, when you're going up against a secondary that's got Mooney Ward and Demo Lenore, I mean, the Niners may have 2 Pro Bowl caliber corners, and neither of them were covering the only good receiver that Minnesota has. And I guess I could understand if TJ Hawkinson was on the field and Jordan Addison was on the field and they had a full complement of guys, but they didn't. They didn't have a full complement of guys. They had Justin Jefferson with no Addison. They had Justin Jefferson with no TJ Hawkinson. So what are you doing? How about maybe double cover Jefferson? I agree with Richard Sherman. Get double cover him with 2 of your best cover guys. Who else are you going to cover? Who are you covering instead? That's what I'd love to know. So the 49ers, they really blew that one. That was a huge play in this game. To the fact that Darnold, who has such a huge arm, drops back to pass in the end zone. There's no pass rush on him. What the heck? Send an extra rusher. Send 5, send 6. Flores does. Instead, they give up the bomb, and then they looked awful chasing him all over the field. He ran to the left. He ran to the right. Neither guy has touched him to this minute. So, yeah, don't cover Justin Jefferson with a special teamer and a safety that can't cover. Cover Justin Jefferson with Mooney Ward and play some man-to-man. Let Mooney man him up. Or put Lenore on him. Or put both on him. But don't cover him with 2 safeties, one of them being a part-time scrimmage player and really a full-time special teamer. I mean, you put Justin Jefferson on a deep ball against Jair Brown and George Odom again, and guess what will happen? The same damn thing's going to happen again because Jair, that's not the strength of his game, and that's not the strength of Odom's game. So they blew that one. They blew that one for sure. And to let Jefferson burn you for 97 yards and you don't have either of your top corners on him in any way, and you're trying to cover him with guys who can't cover, crazy. And you get what you deserve on something like that. All right. We are brought to you, of course, by Pig and a Pickle. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Go say hi to Damon. Go say hi to Mary. Get some brisket chili. Tell them that Larry Krueger sent you. And, of course, this video is also sponsored by Better, the official daily fantasy sponsor of the Krug Show. Use Better to make daily fantasy lineups and win real money. Download the app below. Make sure you use the promo code Niners, NINERS, to get the first deposit matched up to $200. And thanks to all of you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.